Hey fellas, how you doing? I'm gonna tell you a short story about how being an asshole can have some pretty bad consequences. There's a gentleman, and this story comes from the. Let me see if I can do this properly and show you. This story comes from these guys up on the hill. All right, that's one of their houses up there, and the other guy's house is right there that gave me the story here. So let me turn it back. So anyways, I'm gonna walk you up the street, show you what's going on. There's a guy up here who is a surgeon, and he is quite possibly one of the worst human beings you could ever be around. He is, I think it always comes down to the first few words out of his mouth are usually how I got introduced to him. Never mind, let me stop. Try not to be upset. How I got introduced to him was I went to pick Cecil up, who's at the assisted living home earlier today, and I took him down. I took him up to that guy's house, and this guy over here, I'm gonna try to get to the shade. This guy over here, I'll try to flip it over and show you. With all the solar panels on there, was at his house talking when I was in the process of dropping Cecil off. And first thing out of this guy's mouth is, Cecil, I didn't know you were still. Anyways, he's just a dick. I think he's one of those guys that have a God complex. Anyways, I believe he is a neurosurgeon. And he asked me if I was the butler. And I just looked at him. And then he asked him how much I charge to take people for a ride. Anyways, we just didn't fucking get along. So anyways, at one point in time, I didn't say anything to him, and the guy he was visiting that I play chess with up on the hill asked him to leave. Anyways, he was just, let me go in here so I don't have to be out in the sun anymore, and I'll tell you. My wife is running from the camera. Anyway, so I go up there, and you want to be on here? Huh? Where you going? Oh, you ran away. All right, cool. Oh, very nice. Anyways, so fuck it, I'll take you in the room. I don't know how to. I try really hard not to be a dick anymore, and I really, really go out of my way not to be a jerk. So I'll set you guys down in here. This is my swagger's room, my mother-in-law's room. But this guy just rubbed me the wrong way. So he ends up leaving. And I think his second question was me, well, how much money do you make? I said, that's none of your business. And I didn't add any adjectives to it because I really didn't know who I was talking to. And the guy who was visiting, who I brought Cecil to, is, anyways, doesn't matter. He's just somebody I would prefer to keep as a friend, as an associate friend, than to have him to be on his bad side. And when the doctor left, my friend up on the hill told me, he said, that guy's in trouble. He evidently, you can, I'm not sure what it's called, but the board, the Texas State Board, his license is up because he's done some shabby work as a neurosurgeon, and I think he's in the process of being sued, and part of that will put his license at jeopardy. And he was in there asking for money to help with lawyer fees. Mind you, you should, anyways. He's not gonna get the money. Anyways, doesn't matter. There are a lot of guys who think that simply because they've made a lot of money, simply because they make more money than other people, that they're somehow better than other people. I can tell you, I know some very great men who are humble, and they may be just getting by, but I'll do what I can to help those kind of. But this guy up here, whoo, I can't tell you. I can't tell you the next time he and I come face to face. And I've seen him a couple times at the country club, but I've never spoke to him. He's just loud. Anyways, I don't mean to make this personal. It's not personal, but not to say hi, how are you, not to shake my hand. Didn't even. He's one of those guys. One of the things dickheads like that do is they stand still and they don't extend their hand or anything. They wait for you to walk over to them, or they'll hold their hand out like this to shake your hand, but they'll try to get you to walk over to them. I'm not playing any of them fucking little mind games anymore. So, and they called me the butler, and then I was a chauffeur, and he was having lots of fun. Anyways, he comes up to about here. I was like, oh, and I'm like, oh. So anyways, I let it go. About a half an hour ago, I took Cecil back to the home. No, I took him to Walmart, and then I took him back to the home. He's funny as hell. What is he? He's the one. Cecil's the one. I got the saying, "It's better to be seen than viewed." He laughs at me. I laugh at him. Hey, we had a good time. I bring him over. Hey, it doesn't fucking matter about that. I just can tell you, man, sometimes your value as a human being, as a man, has nothing to do with the amount of money you make. Is it a deciding factor on some of the qualities of your life? In some aspects, yes. In other aspects, no. Having a good family, having a good hard-working people around you, being around good hard-working people who will do just about anything for each other is as important, and I would say more important, than having a pile full of money and sitting in a big house by yourself because you were such an asshole nobody wants to be around you. I'm not saying that money isn't important, but it should not be the only consideration you have for considering yourself a good man. I think being stand up, being honest, or not saying anything in case you don't want to be honest with somebody and hurt their feelings, which is also very prudent in my opinion. But man, sometimes it takes a long time for the wheel, the goes around comes around wheel, to catch up to these dickheads. And evidently what he told my friend up on the hill, evidently this surgeon's in a lot of fucking trouble. And I think he's going to be held accountable for something he doesn't want to be held accountable for. And people with a God complex and a lot of money tend to think that they're not able to be guilty of anything. Like us peasants down here on anyway, don't fucking matter. Love you guys. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can, and if you can't, you have to take care of yourselves. I think I would rather hang out and be around good tradesmen, good hard-working guys, than I would a bunch of millionaires and billionaires. I like being around people who have a grasp of reality, are self-deprecating, are honest, are kind, and those are guys like you. So, love you guys. Like a fart in a G-string from West Texas, El Paso, I'm out here. UFC 300. Yes, I'm going to watch it, including the early prelims. Anyways, I'll stop.